guys, Ashlane here. Today I'm bringing you a much requested Town Hall 10 GoLava / GoLaLoon strategy guide, updated to include Haste, the new clan castle compositions you're seeing, and much more stuff. Obviously poison spell, second air sweeper, tons of stuff since the last guide I've brought you. So anyway, why call it basic GoLaLoon? Well, when you're hitting max bases, oftentimes traditional GoLaLoon, like we'll be seeing today, just won't cut it. Adding healers, separating your heroes, or avoiding the clan castle via a queen walk will be necessary. So today we're not going to be hitting max bases, so we're going to be hitting a little bit lower than max bases. And just to anticipate some of the comments, well, that will be because that's what we look for in Clan Wars, right? It gives you a huge advantage to have your max level guys go down and hit those lower level Town Hall 10s. It's a definite way to avoid or compensate for mismatches. So suggested army levels, as you can see here, you want everything to be at least max for Town Hall 9. Spells will be Rage and Haste, in Freeze and Jump. Heroes should be level 20 or above, and now that depends a lot on the base you're hitting. And the harder the base, the higher your heroes should be. So you certainly want to take that into account before going in your base. Now, Haste versus Rage. You can see that level 1 Haste speed increase is 28. That's the same as a max Rage spell, and the damage increase isn't that important as it is on a ground raid with air raids, because the balloons already do a lot of damage. So having those haste spells actually give a huge speed burst to your army, which we'll see in the replays I'm going to bring you. Let's talk briefly about your goals and what to look for in the base you're hitting. So you want to look for a base that you can take out the enemy queen, 1 air defense, and an Inferno in phase 1. Air sweepers can be worked around, but you must account for the direction they're facing before you go in. Infernos will need to be freezed, regardless of if they're set to single or multi. You're still going to have to freeze the Inferno 9 times out of 10, and clan castle troops are pretty much irrelevant. Obviously, you're going to have to take care of them and account for them, but no matter what's in the clan castle, you're going to be able to pull this off if you execute the rest of the raid in the right way. Now, on this first attack by Bob, you're going to see he's actually using 4 lava hounds, 1 in the clan castle, and only 14 balloons. He's going to pull it off, though, and we're going to watch how. So you want to attack from an area of the base where you're able to take out an Inferno Tower. That's really important here. So Bob goes in through the south, which is a little bit opposite the queen, but you can see there that once the king gets in there, and we're going to pay special attention to the king. Look at his role, by the way, is the king gets deployed last, and as soon as he gets targeted by that queen, going to pop the Iron Fist ability. He's going to take down the queen, hopefully take down some of the Inferno Tower, help the queen out in that regard as well. Oftentimes it's going to be your queen taking down the Inferno Tower, but either way, they'll probably get the job done. Now you can see first phase is done, second phase is on the way. He says 4 lava hounds deployed, so let's talk hound and balloon deployment, because I know that's something that a lot of you guys struggle with. So I think that what people tend to do is they're used to farming with Balloonion or LavaLoonion and using a nice sweeping row of balloons. That's not what you want to do in these cases. You'll notice that perfectly timed freeze there. In these attacks, what you want to do is only clump your balloons in groups of 2 or 3 tops, because basically what you're going to do is the holding black balloons, by the way, is also necessary. You can see that Bob did a good job of that here. Now what you're going to do is, the reason you only want to put them in 2 or 3, it doesn't seem like it will be enough to survive the attack, but in fact it definitely is, because those lava hounds flying in first, what they're going to do is distract all the defenses. So the balloons actually, if deployed correctly, the balloons won't be taking a ton of damage. So let's pay close attention to that in the next attack. This is yours truly, and this is a traditional GoLaLoon, meaning that I have 2 or 3 lava hounds and 2 golems, and I brought along a little bit more balloons than Bob did. So this is it, the sweet spot. We have the air defense, the queen, and the Inferno Tower all clumped together in a little area there. That's going to be where I'm going to attack from, using a jump spell to access that area. The air sweepers, you will know, are facing north in the east and south in the west. We're just going to go ahead and work around them in the area that we attack from. You'll see that coming up in just a second. So you can see here now, I'm going to take my time here. That's another thing. These attacks can be a little bit more technical, a little bit more stressful than your average attack, so people tend to speed things up. Let the wizards do their job. You can see here, the golems are barely taking any damage. It's not a big deal. There is that level, whatever, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know, archer tower there. But either way, the golems aren't taking much damage here. So just let your wizards do their thing, create a nice path for your heroes. As soon as you're confident the heroes are going to go in the right direction, go ahead and drop them. Now let's talk Inferno Towers here. I'm taking out the multi-Inferno Tower, but a great adjustment this defender could make is actually swapping that Inferno Tower next to the Queen onto single target, because a single target is much more difficult to go into than a multi. That might change the way I feel about this base. Multi-targets are easier for PentaHound or bringing a different troop composition, but they're more difficult to go into with a traditional GoLaLoon. So if these Infernos were opposite, for example, I probably would not have attacked it in this way, because it's pretty difficult to go into a single target with the heroes when you only have 2 golems. Anyway, you can see the spell usage here is pretty nice, if I do say so myself. The haste helps move things along up in the 4 o'clock range, and you can see I held back plenty of balloons. Maybe could have been just a bit earlier on the deployment of these balloons in the southwest here. Either way, that one balloon is going to get to the air sweeper. That was his main job. So the air sweeper will be down right about now. There we go. Air sweeper down, and then the balloons can just migrate to the north of the base. So I might want to have planned a little bit better those last couple balloons, maybe just really to ensure that air sweeper went down, because if the air sweeper didn't go down, the raid would definitely be a fail. As you can see, I only have 2 or 3 balloons left standing. That one minion from the beginning of the raid is still alive. So way to go, minion. And enough pups to clean up the 3-star attack there with about 20 seconds left over. And on this third and final replay, you can see same spell composition as mine. Another attack by Bob here. And you can see he's going into that same sweet spot, right? So he has the Queen. In this case, he has also an Expo there, and maybe actually access 2 air defenses. We'll have to see. So you can see he's going in, taking his time, drops the jump spell. The golems are going to go ahead and migrate towards that jump spell using the lure that the jump spell creates, opening up that area, finally deploying the king. And you can watch yet again, as soon as the king goes in there, as soon as that queen targets him, he's going to go ahead and use the spell there right about now, maybe. Okay, maybe he's proving me wrong. He's held off a little bit longer on that rage spell on the king. Now he uses it. Maybe he wanted to use it right before that single target locked onto him. That's a very popular strategy there. So creating the Barbarians to create multiple targets for the single target to lock onto. Anyway, let's look at the air defenses here. So he has 2 in the south, 1 up in the north, so there still is 3 air defenses. He wasn't able to take out 2, but that's okay. You can see he's going to be able to obviously start his attack in the south here, because both of the air sweepers are facing north. So it's a very simple execution of the air portion of this attack, right? Because he's going to be able to use his hounds coming in from the south. You can see how this hound right here is distracting that wizard tower. That's why his balloons aren't going to take a heck of a lot of damage here. They're just kind of sneaking in the balloons, and you can see those 2 rage spells speeding things up quite a bit in the first portion of the attack. Pretty soon he's going to drop that rage spell right on that Inferno Tower, and then he's going to stagger in the rest of the balloons. You can see he staggered about 8 balloons or so, some coming in through the north here as well, so he'd have plenty of balloons left to take out those surrounding units, and you can see he's going to sneak up on that air defense with a huge bunch of balloons he has left standing on this raid. So very nice raid here from Bob, and I hope you guys enjoyed this guide on how to select targets and how to execute GoLaLoon post update. I know it's like I said, it's been quite a while, so hopefully this gives you an idea of what to look for and, like I said, how to execute. So guys, good luck with this. I hope you impressed your clan by knocking out some 3-star attacks. As I said in the beginning of the video, it's a huge advantage when a lot of your higher level attackers can hold off some attacks and use them later on with their second attacks and 3-star lower level Town Hall 10s. So guys, good luck, thanks as always, and take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I wanted to give you 3 quick ways you can help the channel out. Number 1, subscribe if you're not already. It really helps me. Number 2 is give a thumbs up, like the video. Number 3, continue to tell your clanmates about my channel. It really helps and I really appreciate it. And also social media. You can find me, follow me on Twitter at @clash_with_ash. Also, follow me or find me on Bindle at #ClashWithAsh. And don't forget to visit my website, www.clashwithash.com. Take care, guys.